Welcome back to the Upshots two-part special on Kevin Pietersen, the arsehole genius. Finn Taylor's still here.
Hi.
Hi. Zach's still here.
Hello.
So when we left everyone in 2005.
God, I wish we were still there.
Yeah, the glory days. Crazy Frog.
Yeah.
DIY terrorism.
Yeah.
The Iraq War in his
Tony Blair.
high.
Blyer.
Yeah, the golden days. And Kevin Pietersen's still more genius than arsehole at this point in the eyes of the public.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
He's just been a star in the Ashes. He's got this mega fame. He's been on the piss at Downing Street. But as we mentioned at the end of part one, it's all about to come crashing down when the tabloids do him over. So remember Laura and Gemma, the girls that KP and Warney took back for a non-foursome at Southampton Central, Greg's.
Match play.
Match play. So Warney had shagged Laura, who'd instantly sold her story and kind of ended his marriage. KP, on the other hand, he'd actually gone out with Gemma for a bit. They had a relationship. He came on really strong. Apparently, they'd be like sitting next to each other and he'd be texting, "I love you." And like he'd be calling her every 15 minutes. Like he's intense.
Yeah.
Which is...
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
He's South African.
Yeah.
But then she eventually learns that he's cheating on her. He's basically doing this with at least one other girl. And so she sells her story under the headline, Kevin Pietersen. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Did she come up with the headline? Did she phone up the sign?
To be fair, she is an English student. So
And his middle name's Cheetah.
yeah, Kevin
Pietersen.
So she sells her story and she reveals some details about his sex habits, which really fit for me. It makes complete sense. So she said, when we made love, he demanded absolute silence. If I made the slightest noise, he would get angry.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
So
don't put me off my stroke.
yeah, because I think he's picturing himself hitting Glenn McGrath back over his head when he's shagging.
Oh, yeah,
He doesn't
totally.
want
You don't
the
want to
sound
be
of a woman
reminded by-
orgasming is ruining it.
Yeah.
But she says, the quote continues, he'd suddenly change right at the end. He'd order me to start yelling his name.
Fucking hell.
He demanded I scream his full name.
No.
Kevin Pietersen. It says here Kevin Pietersen, but I presume Kevin
Pietersen.
Kevin Pietersen. Over and over, so he could hear it when he came. It was just weird.
Man.
So that's like...
That's like a stage off giving her like a lip mic and asking her to commentate on him fucking her. Like it's crazy.
That's,
Do you think he explains the rules before they start?
Rules
Yeah,
and
Like on the first night out when they're with Shane Warne as well.
In the
they
wine
go back
bar.
to their separate rooms and like.
Well, it's like I imagine it's
lay
like
down some ground rules.
the alleged DiCaprio stories you hear where girls are brought to him. He's facing away with his headphones on.
Yeah, podcast or music?
Yeah, who knows? And then
Isn't
they
it-
sign an NDA or something, and then he fucks them with his headphones on.
I
Yeah.
thought he was always listening to Kids by MGMT.
Actually,
That was the version I
I've
heard.
never
was
heard.
it?
I think I heard podcast at one point. It's got Joe Rogan in.
Yeah. Oh, he's optimizing. He's optimizing his day.
It's got high performance podcast with Jake Humphrey.
Jake Humphrey.
World class basics. But KP's one, I think it says two things, right? Ego, obviously, likes hearing his name. Psychopath.
Yeah.
I just want to know why the silence. I think he's picturing himself.
Quiet, please.
It's American Psycho looking in the mirror, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 And then Kevin Pietersen. It's sort of, I imagine he might yell the words "fuck you, dad" as he comes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? There's some stuff there.
Fuck you, Mandela. Yeah.
He's picturing FW de Klerk
Yeah.
signing away
So yeah, the sellout.
the sellout. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty odd. And then another girl tells her story about shagging Pietersen. She just says, sex was really dull. He's definitely just a missionary man. And they ask her how big his cock is, because they always do. And she says, I don't know, because he insisted on having the lights off. Apparently he's a real lights off
So
guy.
lights off and silence.
Missionary socks, lights off. There's a...
It's sort of like a sensory deprivation.
Yeah, it's a bit
chamber.
puritanical, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it is. Very
Are they like that? Are they quite Protestant, those stuff? Yeah, I guess
Well, yeah,
they
they
are.
put the Dutch Protestant
Dutch.
settlers, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, so is that a bit of it? It's like ascetic, it's monk-like.
Yeah, I guess so.
But then the name thing...
But then also he plays cricket in a very flamboyant way,
you
which
want-
is, I mean,
yeah.
cricket's it's a Protestant thing, isn't
And
it?
he's
It's
quite
all about-
Catholic in his vibe.
Well, the way he plays is
Yeah.
quite Catholic. It's quite
maybe
careless,
he also learned sex back at that boarding school in the dorms.
Yeah, it sounds like dorm room sex,
It
doesn't it?
is dorms, like it's pitch black,
Oh,
don't make
yeah.
a single noise.
Yeah.
Pillow over the head.
And
Yeah.
then yell my name.
And then, yeah.
Kevin Pietersen. Anyway, it's slightly annoying for Kevin, but he's kind of ready to leave these China white girls behind.
Yeah.
Because he is about to flick on ITV2, where Pop Stars is reaching its climax. So Pop Stars is the original Pop Idol X Factor before Simon Cowell swaggered onto the scene.
What's the guy's name?
Nigel. Pete Waterman.
Pete Waterman.
This is actually pre-Pete Waterman.
Wow,
this the
is
first
it?
series. So there was that guy, Nasty Nigel. Who,
Yeah, I remember Nasty Nigel.
I checked in. He's been cancelled.
Sure.
He's been cancelled by Paula Abdul.
Wow.
Yeah. Very naughty. But at this point, Nasty Nigel's sort of the Simon Cowell figure. And it gets to the big final. It's Hearsay. Do you remember them?
Pure
and simple gonna be there. Versus, which Myleene Klass is sort of the name that people remember now.
Yeah.
Versus Liberty X.
M&S underwear model, Myleene Klass.
Yeah. Can you name a Liberty X song?
I don't think I can. Wasn't there one called like It's X or It's Liberty? What's the name of their band, the song title?
There's a really famous, Just a Little. Work it a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Just
That's
a
Liberty
little.
X.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, Liberty X lose to Hearsay. I was a Hearsay guy, actually, I remember. I was
Yeah.
with them.
None of them can hold a candle to S Club 7, in my opinion.
No, but I guess S Club predate them. But for Jessica from Liberty X, losing Pop Stars doesn't matter because there's an even bigger prize. The affections of Kevin
Can you get a photo
Pietersen.
of Jessica from Liberty X up?
Yep.
Let the dog see the rabbit. Come on. What are we looking at?
So I should say they actually win Pop Stars in 2001. So way before Pietersen's smashing up the scene. You can see Jessica there. Which
Which one's she?
second from
She's
right.
second.
Okay,
Next to Brooklyn
'cause
Beckham.
I remember I remember the middle
What's he
one.
doing there?
The middle one.
I think Jessica's the most famous.
Oh really? Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't fucking know anything. I don't.
She was pretty famous. She's quite intimidating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
She's quite. She
I love how they're all
but-
in Matrix.
Yeah.
It's just Matrix era, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think they got the phone? You want the phone if you do Matrix.
She looks like a scary South African woman, actually.
She does. She looks like she's got something like.
Which is obviously what KP.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah.
Mama.
You like being barked at.
Pop Stars was 2001, I should admit. So actually, this is later. So
It's,
Liberty X.
it's flagging. The franchise is flagging.
Yeah, they've actually had their fame. By 2005, they've peaked. They've just released Song for Lovers with Reverend Run from Run DMC,
Wow.
which I actually think is a bit of a banger.
God, this
It's
is
a bit soft for Reverend Run.
This is a nostalgia overload.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Do you remember this song?
I don't.
You
no.
might when you hear it. It's uplifting. It's got a bit of a gospel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know this one.
Does Kevin Pietersen like the gospel vibes? I kind of imagine that's not.
Not my favourite
It's not
Liberty X
his,
song.
No,
You don't remember this?
I don't know this song.
Song for Love. I mean, there's no point singing it. You don't know.
Oh, what you're singing it? Oh, now I get it. Oh yeah, I remember it when you sing it.
Yeah, I think we've heard
No,
enough.
no, I don't.
All
know.
right, yeah. I mean, it was quite a big song. Their debut album sold 1 million copies. Liberty
Crazy,
X.
crazy.
Again, like you're
But
making
this is when
money.
there was a mainstream. There's no mainstream anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Also, this was that first album was pre-Crazy Frog, so they
True.
standards weren't so high.
Like
at the time.
nowadays, the only mainstream thing is Strictly,
Yeah.
and even that's not
What's
getting.
the guy who always wins Christmas? Lad Baby. I've never heard the song.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Is that no one knows anything, and yet everything's massive.
It's all
It's all
fragmented.
niche. It's all it's
Yeah.
atomized, right? But this is where there is a tabloid culture. A cricket star is fucking a pop
Yeah.
star, and everyone knows who both of them are.
Take me
even,
back.
even I know. Even if you don't know who either of them, what they're famous for, you know who they are.
Mm.
That doesn't
Yeah.
exist anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We're all just watching the war in the evenings, listening to Crazy Frog.
Yeah.
What war? I don't know. I've not heard about a war. I'm living in my own reality.
Anyway, so Kevin basically he gets friendly with Jessica's
Christ, we've only got to 2006. This is insane.
They get set up by Jessica's manager. They get married very quickly, and Kevin claims that he was a fan of her music before they met. which,
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Much like Shane Warne was a fan of Chablis before he walked into
Yeah.
that wine bar.
Yeah.
Darren Gough was his best man. Didn't
Yeah.
even know they were mates.
No, they were mates.
Because he kind of strikes me as a guy. It's
He's
like
Gough at Nottinghamshire, maybe.
no, he's like Yorkshire and Essex.
Oh, is he? Okay, fair enough.
But I guess they played one day together. They got a similar vibe.
Yeah. They're Pints guys.
But I sort of thought Darren Gough. I don't know. Kevin Pietersen just seems like a guy whose friendships are a bit weird.
Mm.
You know, the Piers Morgan. Anyway, we'll come on to that. So anyway, he's a big name by this point. He's married. England go to Australia to defend the Ashes.
Yeah.
And the Australian public are baying for fucking blood. This is going to be the last series ever for the likes of Shane Warne, a
Yeah.
couple of others as well, big names. So there's a real, like, we must avenge what happened and we must send off these guys.
That amazing Australian pace attack. This is
This is the end of
This is
the
the last home summer of
McGrath.
Glenn McGrath, Brett Lee,
and Shane Warne actually.
and Shane Warne, yeah.
So it's the end of an era, and they want to go out on a high, and they see KP as the big target, so they really target him. The Aussies label him the ego or Fig Jam, which stands for "fuck, I'm good, just ask me."
I like that.
Yeah, and actually they come up with a trick, which is they persuade Shane Warne to completely blank Kevin on the pitch, which apparently sends him completely mental. He's like screaming at him.
Really?
Yeah, that passed me by, but
I guess if you're shagging buddies,
well, they're
really.
like best mates, and then
Yeah.
suddenly Warney's just like blanking him.
It's not. It's like blood. Well, it's Cum Brothers, I guess, isn't it? Cum Brothers.
I think he did that at boarding school.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's something else.
Anyway, he can't bear that. To be fair, he actually ends up having a great series. He's England's best batsman, but England lose 5-0.
Which we always do in Australia. We always get.
Yeah, it's a whitewash. It's a complete fucking shit show. And then it's the start of a new England era.
Yeah.
It is, because in 2008, England hire Peter Moores, new coach. And, Peter Moores, he's quite a disciplinarian. He's all about the hard training. And it's a bit of a shock to the system, to these England players who are used to benders at Downing Street. And it's kind of different to the whole culture of cricket, really. So England are playing this series against New Zealand, and the players are doing their like endurance training pre-match, and the Kiwi players are just stood around at the edge of the boundary, drinking beers, smoking, laughing at them.
It's the old Kiwis.
So it's during the series, Paul Collingwood gets banned because England are basically taking too long over their overs, and KP takes over as England captain. It's actually not the only time that Collie gets into a bit of trouble in
I've
New
heard
Zealand.
some stories about Collie, but
we've got a few stories which I think we're going to save for the Patreon.
His adventures down under.
They're a little bit spicy for the main pod. Yeah. Anyway, so KP's captaincy starts pretty well. They beat South Africa 4-0 in a one-day international series. But from there, it very quickly starts to go downhill. So in 2008, England fly over to the West Indies to take part in the Stanford Super Series. So Stanford Super Series, it was a series of 2020 matches that were cooked up by this American Antiguan billionaire financier called Alan Stanford. So he basically had this big plan to revolutionise cricket, pump loads of money into it, make it.
Sorry, it's just quite funny
flashy.
that the different ends of the billionaire financier spectrum. We've got Alan Stanford doing 2020 in the Caribbean, and then you've got Epstein running a sex island. It's like you either do it one of two ways, don't you?
Well, actually,
we'll see how
got a lot of
I'm going to revolutionise cricket. Oh, I'm running a sex island, but yeah, you do you, whatever, whatever, mate.
I've got a feeling Alan Stanford might have.
I reckon he was a frequenter. I mean, that's probably possibly but I mean. We'll come on to
he's dirty dog.
Yeah, we'll come on to, but they end up in similar circumstances, him and Epstein.
Oh really?
We'll come on to it. So anyway, he's got this big idea, wants to revolutionise cricket, and plans this Stanford Super Series. And the finale of it is a one-off match, winner takes all, between England and a West Indies 11, which he calls the Stanford Superstars.
You don't remember this?
I don't know. Again, so I
Sky.
sort of I was mainly just about tests. I'm all about tests. I've never really got into all the short form stuff.
I hate white ball cricket, but this was a big scandal.
Yeah. So he makes a big deal out of promoting this whole series.
Is this the first of 2020?
Yeah, it's early era.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and the prize for this one-off match between England and the Stanford Superstars is $20 million.
Wow.
And all of that cash is going to go straight to the players. So the winning team get everything, the losers get nothing.
Yeah.
And to promote the match, he lands a helicopter on the pitch at Lord's.
Oh, it's at Lord's?
No, it's in Antigua.
Oh, right.
He's promoting this match by landing this helicopter on the pitch at Lord's. Brings out this treasure chest filled with $20 million in cash at Lord's, which
fucking hell.
At Lord's, it's not the vibe really.
No.
The members are pretty horrified by it. They're all in their yellow and red striped blazers.
Yeah, you're not doing your top button up, you're getting a look. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Jonathan Agnew, the commentator, fumes. It's just not cricket. It's everything that cricket isn't.
I agree. I agree, Agus.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is the first time cricketers have been offered this kind of money.
Yeah.
So everyone's just like, well, yeah, but it's $20 million.
I guess it's similar. I mean, it's not in that golf was always rich, but it's similar to the Saudis in golf, where it's just this new level.
Yeah.
And it's
But also for cricketers, it's like you live quite an ordinary life, and then suddenly someone's like, well, you can win $1 million.
Yeah, you're basically like it's a well-paid job, and then you run a pub. That's still your life.
Yeah,
and then
they got $500,000 each. The winners, the players.
it's crazy.
So is KP? What's he saying?
KP's, I mean, you can probably guess. KP is all over this.
Yeah.
He loves it. And he flies England over to Antigua
He's
to
captain,
take part in
right?
this match. He's captain, yeah. And he flies the team over. It's a slightly different vibe to most cricket tours. So Alan Stanford, the billionaire, decides that he's going to have access to all areas. So he's just like swanning in and out of the dressing rooms, Billy Big Bollocks vibes. During the match, the TV cameras cut to him, and he's up in the stands with the players' wives and girlfriends all around him. They're like bouncing on his knee, giggling. We've got a clip of it.
No, get it up. How old is this guy?
He's like
he's sort of.
We can see some pictures of this. The English player, particularly pleased. That's Matt Pryor's wife.
Couldn't really look more sleazy.
Yeah.
That's Matt Pryor's wife on his knee, isn't it?
That's also,
Oh my God.
we've got, one of the other girlfriends.
Look at him.
As well. And
He's having the time of his life.
Yeah, I
I mean, this is what you get.
I'd be lying if I said part of me didn't wish I was doing a similar thing at that age.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it looks fun.
Looks class.
It will cost you $20 million.
Yeah, but you know.
But they're like, all the wives are like giggling. He's got around three of them.
They
I
seem
guess,
like
but
they're
then to be
loving it.
fair to them, like, you know, if this is the first time cricketers are minted, this is the first time you get cricket wags.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're learning.
Yeah, they're
these
excited
new,
for the money.
They're learning these new ropes. Like, oh, we just thought we were like had a bit of an idiot village cricket husband, and now we're fucking
Yeah.
footballers'
hanging out with
wives.
financiers.
Yeah.
And you have to say he does
So-
look like the archetype of a con man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like an evil guy in a film in the 90s.
yeah, moustache, big fat American businessman. But anyway, so that happens, and apparently it flashed up on the big screen during the match. So the players are out there,
Yeah.
and they just look up at the screen, and there's their wife just like
Getting
giggling with her arm around this
bent over the balcony.
billionaire.
Yeah.
Matt
That's
Pryor,
great.
the wicketkeeper, was especially pissed off because his wife who was pregnant was just bouncing.
Pregnant wife on the knee.
Pregnant wife bouncing up and down on this guy's knee.
Yeah, and Pryor's not got the most robust mental health, has he? So
Also, they putting that on the screen again is like, it's just
crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely
I mean, I
crazy.
love that.
Yeah,
And I hate Matt Pryor. So.
yeah. So unfortunately for England, maybe they had a few distractions because it doesn't go to plan, and the Stanford superstars smashed them by 10 wickets.
Fuck.
So it's basically West Indies, isn't it?
It's
that win?
West
Indies are quite good at
West
this point.
Indies 11.
West Indies
that,
is
Yeah.
towards the end of their kind of
yeah, but the
They've
team's
been
been
good.
picked by Alan.
Alan Stanford.
Just a random guy.
Right.
He's sort of living out his dream, and he's got the money for it. But anyway, England lose it, but they're not too concerned because the English Cricket Board have signed a 5-year deal with Alan Stanford to do this every year. So they're like, we've missed out on the 20 million this year, but we'll be back next year. Sadly for them, though, it never happens because the following year, the FBI expose Alan Stanford as the mastermind of an $8 billion Ponzi scheme.
What? I had no idea.
He's Bernie Madoff,
It's
basically.
Christ.
It's 2008 crash.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So he'd basically been duping these quite ordinary investors, just
Yeah.
like ordinary people, into pumping their money into his financial group. Apparently, there's still loads of people in Antigua who he owes money.
I'm
to,
not sure the
which-
West Indian players ever get paid. Maybe I've got that wrong.
I don't know.
But he stiffed like loads
Yeah.
of people in Antigua.
Wow.
Because he basically turned up in Antigua and almost took over,
Yeah.
And then a bit like the Sam Bankman-Fried guy.
Yeah.
And then now he's just left loads of people fucked.
Yeah. So the FBI basically announced, put out this arrest warrant for him, and he tries to flee the US where he lives on a private jet, but he's apprehended and they confiscate his passport. And he's currently serving a 110-year jail term.
Love an American sentence.
And he's not bouncing prego chicks
No,
in his knee
I
there.
don't think so. No.
He's bouncing some big boys in his knee. The big boys with some gold teeth, I reckon.
He actually got beaten up pretty badly as soon as he got into jail. I didn't
Really? What for?
Maybe probably some.
Oh, he's bottom of the pecking order.
England
isn't
fan.
he? Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
Matt Pryor fan.
The Barmy Army. Barmy Army are in the.
Yeah. Apparently, the prosecutors wanted 230 years. For him.
Wow. They go hard in America.
It's just like
don't they?
at
Yeah,
that point,
do.
what is the point in
It's quite
putting
fun
a number
though,
on
isn't
it?
it?
Just I suppose. Anyway, back in the stuffy world of Test cricket, KP's captaincy is going not too well. So England get thrashed 5-0 in a series against India. And after that, he has this big public falling out with Peter Moore as the coach and resigns as captain.
Well, he actually issues an ultimatum to the ECB.
Well,
me or him.
I mean,
Me or him.
And they go,
And
both
they
of
go
you.
both.
Well,
that wasn't one of the options.
he in his book he denies that.
Oh,
He makes
okay,
a
fair
big deal out of like, I never gave the ultimatum. I just said that I'm resigning as captain, which in a way is an ultimatum.
Yeah.
because he was
Peter
over
Moore's
the manager.
Apparently
he-
very annoying. Called him
you
the
know.
woodpecker. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not too much of a fan of his successor either. Andy Flower takes over, and his first act is to make Andrew Strauss the captain instead of KP,
Yeah.
which KP really holds against Andy Flower. He's really bitter about it up until today, it seems like.
Even though it was clearly one of the best decisions you could
Yeah.
make.
Yeah. So that year, 2009, KP goes over to the IPL. He joins the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They pay $1.5 million for him. And a lot of KP's teammates who are playing county cricket think that he's a bit of a mercenary. So obviously now a lot more players do that, but he was kind of one of the
In England.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not too popular with his teammates. But for England, to be fair, he's still doing the business. So 2010, England win the T20 World Cup, and KP's named player of the tournament.
This is sort of the peak.
This is when you get into England's like the best they've been at
Yeah,
cricket
this is the best
ever.
England have ever been, and
Yeah.
Kevin Pietersen's at the peak of his powers.
Yeah, he's matured slightly on the field. I mean, there's a lot of agginess off it
Yeah,
to get to, but yeah, he's now he's probably the complete batsman at this point.
this is sort of, he's in like his 4-year absolute purple.
This
patch.
is like Ronaldo, who was still tripping over in the odd step over at Man United. Now he's at Real Madrid and he's just this machine.
Yeah.
This is Peterson. And
Yeah.
the England team is just this purring machine.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And you see, they're all absolutely brilliant. And to be fair, Andy Flower is running a slightly miserable regime. Like, England are the best team in the world.
Capello-esque.
Yeah, England
Yeah.
are the best team in the world, but there's like a slightly joyless efficiency to them.
Yeah.
However,
Sort of
they,
like Southgate's England, really. Isn't it?
But even
Yeah,
but they've
but
got
there's no good
they've got
vibes.
massive personalities. That's the thing that the Southgate England didn't really.
Well, anyway, KP's one of the stars of that. I mean, he's one of the best players in that team still.
Yeah,
Even-
yeah,
And they're
yeah.
all fucking brilliant. And they win the Ashes down under for the first time in 25 years.
Yeah.
This is the absolute peak.
And this is where they this is before Mitchell Johnson's revenge.
Yeah, he does have that one game where he
Yeah.
fucking destroys them. But otherwise, he's getting laughed at.
Yeah.
He will get his revenge. Under the surface, though, it is all starting to crack, particularly for Kevin. So he says on this tour, he actually spends a lot of time on his own. He has no interest in training. He never really does, but he's like particularly lonely figure. And he says that there's this cabal forms led by Matt Pryor and his best mates who are Graham Swan, Stuart Broad, Jimmy Anderson. It's the bowlers and the wicket keepers.
Has Matt Pryor been bitter ever since he saw his pregnant wife bouncing up and down? And he's just since then he's just become bitter and twisted at the world.
But they're more like they're the lads.
They're the boys.
They're
yeah.
the beery lads. They're the
Yeah.
like rugby team on tour.
Yeah.
They're like fucking cracking up at their gags. They're like
Yeah.
putting their balls on your face when you're asleep on the coach. And it's like you're either part of it or you can fuck off.
Yeah.
And Kevin's not part of it. He finds Matt Pryor particularly really annoying. Pryor has given himself this nickname, Big Cheese. And he refers to himself in the third person constantly. He actually shortens it just to Cheese. So he's like, oh, Cheese got some runs yesterday. Yeah, Cheese got a good balls.
I mean that is annoying, but it is also quite funny.
Yeah, so apparently it's constant, and Kevin finds it quite grating.
Cheese is funny. Big Cheese is. I don't
Yeah,
know. Seems a bit like big cheese isn't the name you can give yourself.
I find him lame, so I don't like it. Anyway, so Kevin nicknames the friends, Swan, Broad and Anderson, as the little baby cheeses.
He's got you there. He's got you there.
The baby bells.
Classic
Baby bells, yeah.
comeback.
Yeah. Well, I think your little baby cheeses. How do you like that?
It's a sort of online Twitter comeback,
Yeah,
isn't
it is. Yeah.
No likes. So he's not really getting on with them. He thinks they're bullies. Apparently they'll scream at people if they make a mistake in the field, which, I mean, it is elite sport.
Yeah.
But you've got these two, well, you've got them, one group. Kevin doesn't really like them, and he's also falling out with Andy Flower as well. So he never really gets on with Andy Flower. He absolutely hates him, in fact. So in his book, he mentions him 270 times in 450 pages.
Wow.
So more than every other page. He says, Andy Flower, contagiously sour, infectiously dour. He could walk into a room and suck all the joy out of it in 5 seconds. Mood Hoover.
He's a poet.
Yeah, that's decent. I mean, I don't think.
Yeah, it's like Sudoku, isn't it?
Yeah, he never gets on with him. He just fucking hates him, and I do get that. So I think what you got here is a lot of slightly unlikable characters not getting on.
I don't think anyone's that.
Yeah,
Right.
That's my issue. But at the time, love them, and they're playing great cricket. But it really comes to a head with Andy Flower when Kevin pulls out of the World Cup after that Ashes. So he had an amazing Ashes. Everyone worships that team. He then gets a hernia, pulls out of the World Cup. Andy Flower questions his work ethic, and Kevin kind of makes things worse when he goes back to London and he's spotted out with Nicholas Bentner and James Corden.
Wow,
That's real. Meeting you at the gates of hell.
Wow.
Where in James Corden's trajectory are we now? Is this Gavin and Stacey,
must
or is
be,
this Saturday Night Live or whatever the show
Gavin
is he
Stacey,
does?
I think.
No, it's pre-carpool karaoke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just out in like, I don't know,
Fuck that.
Crazy Larry's, China White, one of those,
Christ.
bougie.
Yeah.
And Andy Flower's livid. He calls Kevin out in the press. And so it's really getting quite ugly. And then in 2012, it finally boils over. So
Bang.
England are playing South Africa at home and they're playing well. But then this Twitter account pops up called KP Genius.
I remember this so well.
So it's basically, it's taking the piss out of Kevin Pietersen. It's quite hit and miss. Some of it's very funny. Some of it's like, doesn't really land. And to be fair, at first, Kevin is finding it funny. He's retweeting it. But then it basically leaks out that the guy running it has shared the password with some of Kevin's teammates and that they've been doing tweets. So the rumoured trio of culprits are Stuart Broad, Tim Bresnan and Graham Swan.
Yeah.
It's the big
the
little
boys.
big cheeses, the boys, the rugby lads. And Kevin claims that his pal Piers Morgan did some sleuth work and proved once and for all it was them. They always deny it.
I wonder how does Piers Morgan do sleuth work again? How is that?
Well,
does
you
he
need to
do?
access a private
That's
messaging
it.
medium.
That's it. Yeah.
I've got an idea.
I've got that, Kev. I'll get that
I'll
for you.
sort
I'll sort
it.
that.
Bit of sleuth work. Yep.
He didn't do it in a Rebecca Vardy, Colleen Rooney.
No,
sort of
I
way.
think it was a drip
just-
rather than one big impact.
Okay.
He should have done that. I think it's generally considered that Stuart Broad definitely was involved because it's his best mate running it.
Have you not seen there's interviews where he's asked about it and he's denying it whilst he's laughing?
smirking.
He's smirking
Yeah.
so much, going, no, I've got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. So it's getting to Kevin a lot. He's really upset about it. And then they go out and play South Africa in the second test. He scores arguably his greatest 100 of all against South Africa. Just this like brutal knock against the best bowler in the world, Dale Steyn. It's real angry
Is
innings.
this a double 100 or is it?
No, it's like a 180, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, nearly. It's one of his great hundreds. But so he scores that, and everyone's like, "Wow, what a player!" Then he goes and gives the weirdest press conference where he basically says, "Like, yeah, it's not easy being me in this team." And everyone's like, what the fuck's he on about? All these rumors in the press that like Kevin Pietersen's fallen out with his teammates, and then the bombshell drops. News leaks to the press that during this series, Kevin Pietersen has been texting the South Africa team, advising them on how to get his captain, Andrew Strauss, out. And he also refers to Strauss as a deuce, which apparently roughly in Afrikaans means dumb cunt.
Right. Yeah, I never knew what deuce meant.
Apparently it means box, literally, but it's dumb
Right.
cunt.
You're a
Yeah.
deuce.
Yeah, fucking deuce. It also turns out that after the first match, which they lost, that night he went out boozing with the South Africa players in Fulham in a wine bar.
Yeah.
That is where they would head, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Warney's at the back, sort of making a right old mess. So he's basically being accused of being a traitor.
Turncoat.
Yeah.
And he hates his teammates. He thinks that they betrayed him with his Twitter account, and they drop Kevin Pietersen. He's basically sacked from the England team. Andrew Strauss retires the next match. I don't know if it's as a consequence, but it all casts a big shadow over.
No, I think it's his last ever. It was going to be his last.
Yeah,
ever
he
game.
plays one more game. I think it's like he was probably going to retire soon anyway, but it certainly casts a big shadow over it and ruins it.
So what's the public opinion on?
I think
Is everyone on KP's side in this? Because like the fake Twitter account thing hadn't come out. No.
Yeah, it had.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think everyone's confused because I worshipped him. He just scored like one of the most exciting innings. But then you're like, it's not easy being me thinking. You're a bit like, what a twat. And then you hear about the Strauss thing and you're like, you fucking cunt.
Yeah.
You deuce.
he is just so unlikable when if you take him apart out of the actual when he's batting, he's so unlikable.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's like you compare it to Stokes and another like flawed individual, but you love him because you feel like for all his flaws he's got this moral core that Pietersen you never felt
No,
did.
Pietersen's this.
You felt he was this ego driven, money grabbing, unlikable kind of bully almost.
Yeah. Victim bully, what do you call it?
Yeah,
Cry bully.
and with that came these amazing hundreds, and yet, you know, with Stokes, there's just a sort of good guy mythology baked into all his stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I guess you've literally just seen the best and worst of him.
Yeah,
in one week. So everyone's confused, to say the least. England boot him out, and they're like, sorry, you're not playing for England if you're going to be trying to get your own captain out.
Yeah.
However, while they can't live with him, they can't live without him either. And pretty soon he is recalled. Admittedly, he's put on the naughty step for a bit, so he has to sign a contract saying, I'm going to be a good boy. No more of that. He has to do face-to-face individual apology meetings with the whole team.
God.
I would love to have been in some of those.
Yeah. Are they like lining up one by one outside?
Yeah,
sort of
I
like
think
headmasters.
Yeah, but I think for like
thing?
Stuart Broad and Matt Pryor, it must be fucking funny.
Yeah.
No, they must love that.
Yeah. Anyways,
Are they just like live tweeting the KP account
KP
from
Genius?
there?
Keep the account going.
Yeah.
But it's called his reintegration, and it kind of works for a bit. Following summer, they win the Ashes at home. He celebrates by pissing on the oval wicket after the game with Stuart Broad and Jimmy Anderson. So there's a bit of a like, you guys are friends again.
Yeah.
All the boys together. But it does not last long, because then they play back-to-back Ashes. They go straight to Australia for the return.
What, that winter?
Yeah, that winter.
Oh, right.
Back-to-back Ashes series. And once again, he's cutting this lonely figure. His victim complex is not helped by the fact that they give him a silver cap for his 100th game, and they've spelled his name wrong. Kevin Pietersen. And so
Did they spell his middle name wrong as well?
They put an I in it. Yeah. So he's feeling unloved, and England get absolutely smashed. It all falls apart on the pitch. 5-0. Several careers are ended.
This is the Johnson revenge.
Yeah, this is Mitchell Johnson. He's been laughed at for years, and he just tears through.
There is nothing more terrifying than him with the tash, like charging. There's YouTube compilations of him charging in, and I'm scared watching it.
Bouncy pitches, 90 miles an hour. Revenge mission. I mean, I actually don't think I've seen a series of cricket where one bowler dominates that much. It's brilliant.
Absolute racehorse.
And he ends Jonathan Trott's career, Matt Pryor's career, Graham Swan's career, and Kevin Pietersen's career. Because KP was actually England's best batsman in that series, numbers-wise. But he sort of pissed off his teammates again. So apparently he was like refusing to train, arguing with the captain. There was a rumour that he squared up to the captain, Alistair Cook. And then also there was this story that when he got out, he was whistling as he walked off. Just being like, I don't
it's
give a fuck.
Cameron whistling after Brexit kind of vibe.
It's exactly that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Was he whistling a Liberty X song?
He's whistling Song for Lovers. Crazy Frog.
Catchy song.
Probably Crazy Frog. And then he and Matt Pryor have this like public spat where they're just like tweeting about each other, saying like, you're a fucking twat. You stabbed the captain in the back. No, you did. Piers Morgan wades in.
Not like him.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually Team KP. So basically England, it all falls apart. England, like, we're going to do this big review, and the conclusion is Kevin Pietersen will not play for England again. That's it. You're gone. And I was Team KP. I thought it was a complete joke. It was like this Puritans who just want like a, gentlemanly game. They don't like having feathers ruffled by someone exciting.
Yeah.
And it's just like, make space for someone that good. Now I've read his book.
Yeah.
I've switched sides.
Yeah.
Get rid of that cunt now. He should never have played for England. Piers Morgan played a good game. I mean, it weird. It kicked off this like culture war.
Yeah.
Do you remember? You were either a roundhead or a cavalier. You were either Team KP.
I never, because this was in my sort of darker period so I was aware of the scandal, but I just remember thinking, partly because I'm a Broad loyalist. I just love anything Stuart Broad does. I sort of am like, he's a bit of a cunt. And, he's a brilliant cricketer, he's a bit of a cunt. And so I'm like, yeah, fair enough, he's a troublemaker.
Broad.
No, sorry, Pietersen. Absolutely not.
I kind of think that whole England team, and I mean this in a kind way, you've got to be like a bit of a cunt in some ways to like be like that.
Well, that's what they show in the documentary, The Edge. They talk about basically just how it ruined all of them. Like all of them mentally are still fucked from those 3 years.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Kevin Pietersen responds by releasing one of the most bitter books.
Partridge-esque.
It is Partridge.
I had the last laugh.
Needless to say, I had the last laugh. He constantly is like, am I bitter? Well, I now play IPL, Caribbean Premier League. I play for Surrey. I'm married to a pop star. Piers Morgan is my mate on Twitter. It's like, mate.
Isn't there a section where he's just going through about talking about how many friends he's got?
His mates.
Yeah.
He's
Sort
like,
of like going
I'm
back
still
to-
mates with this
It's like,
guy.
if I was a cock, they wouldn't still be friends with me. We're still friends.
He goes, people
I
say
went to
that
his
I'm
birthday
not.
party.
Yeah, he goes, people say that everyone I play with hates me. 2004, I shared a room with Ashley Giles. Still a mate.
We're still friends.
Still
yeah.
mates. So it's childish. The book is incredible. You will not read something more bitter and Partridge-esque. It's fantastic.
Because he was only 33 when they said it. I
33. He
didn't
could have
realise
played
that.
3 more years.
Yeah,
But he
easily.
becomes this gun for hire at this point.
Yeah.
Mercenary.
But this is when the IPL is really kicking off.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah.
So it's kind of financially, it's probably good for him.
Yeah.
He does pop up at Lords occasionally. He plays in this MCCV Rest of the World, just like, bicentenary, nice game.
Yeah.
And it's live on Sky Sports and Andrew Strauss is commentating and he thinks it's gone to an ad break and he just goes,
Oh,
yeah, KP's a cunt.
Yeah.
Which is so good because Andrew Strauss has done such a good job of rising above it all and being like, oh, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then-
the polite boy at the top of the order.
Yeah. And then just in one swoop, it's fantastic.
What was the moment where this is to go back? This is what's he called? Ron Atkinson.
Yeah. We've talked about this
Desai. You
before.
must have talked about that.
Yeah.
I just remember because I'm a Chelsea fan. I just suddenly remember that happening.
Yeah, he makes the most racist comment imaginable.
Yeah.
We've talked about
Yeah.
Desai. He thinks it's gone to an ad break and it has in the UK, but not in the Middle East. So people in the Middle East see him
it's just the Middle East.
refer to Desai in like the most hateful way.
The worst thing you could do. Yeah.
But then
yeah.
the best bit about it is that Ron Atkinson, who's obviously his career is over after that, he then tries to repair it. He gets commissioned for a documentary
No.
where he tracks down the origin of the N-word.
No.
And he goes back to like
What?
Middle East
Where
/
is this?
Africa.
Where is this? I want you to see it
It's
now.
in the archives. We've been planning to do a deep dive on it.
shit.
And he's like, well, originally the term didn't mean a racist thing.
Oh,
it meant like,
God.
I don't know, tradesman or something. I literally don't know.
I was
And he's
using
like,
it in the original.
yeah, so he goes, and it's like him interviewing him, and he's like, so what you're saying is it's not really a racist word originally. It's actually quite supportive.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, well, you're sort of putting words in my mouth, but yeah, originally.
Yeah. I'm not sure how you didn't say it in a very
And when you
supportive
said he was
way.
fucking lazy, was
Yeah,
that
that's
Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
man.
The world
Anyway,
the world
it's
has
so
moved on around me.
Partridge.
Things have changed and I've been left behind. But
Yeah.
there was no ill intentions.
Yeah.
it doesn't work
Yeah.
for him. But yeah, always good when someone gets caught on
KP's
comms.
KP's a cunt is sort of less.
Yeah. And
If
he
you,
meant
can,
it.
can you trace the word?
Can you
The
go
roots-
back
the roots of the word
Go back to
cunt.
South Africa and you'll be like,
Yeah.
we think it's a cunt as well.
Yeah, he's a deuce. But who needs Strauss when you got Piers Morgan? He's also mates with John Terry.
Yeah.
So when John Terry joins Twitter, Kevin Pietersen welcomes him. Have you seen this exchange?
No.
So Kevin Pietersen says, a warm welcome to a captain who would have laughed his head off at how poor Man United are. Welcome, John Terry. And then someone goes, make sure your wife doesn't follow him. And John Terry replies, you're safe, David. Just seen your wife on your account.
That's a
Pig emoji.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Captain Leader Legend.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish sports people still had no filter on Twitter like this.
Pig.
Pig emoji.
Christ.
It's just like the bell ends all unite.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something to be said for just like open villains like John
Cunt
Terry.
clubs. Yeah.
Yeah. And these days, KP, he's a sort of fairly unpopular commentator. People complain about him a lot.
Mm.
He's pretty annoying. He commentates like it's IPL. It's like, wow. Oh! It's like,
Yeah.
calm down. This is a 5-day game. He does his rhino conservation.
He's always doing those batting masterclasses on Sky when it's raining. He
Yeah.
always gets in the nets with
Yeah.
the Sky team.
It's a shame. I thought he'd be kind of good in this era. Like,
Well,
Shane Warne
I-
was an amazing commentator.
Yeah, I don't like the just commentary generally. I don't like the direction it's gone.
It's bland.
It's all bad. It's
Mm.
all bad. Even the Neville Carragher pseudo-intellectual bullshit. Like Mika Richards, no thank you. I miss Hansen. I miss that dour,
yeah.
like dry analysis. Everything's crap.
Yeah.
Like
And for cricket, it's like insanely posh blokes talking more about the birds flying over the grounds than
well,
actually what's
it's like a literary thing, cricket commentary, or it should be.
happening. Was.
It was, with blowers and like test match special
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean, I still watch it and have TMS on still.
Yeah, Sky's particularly bland. It's like
Yeah.
listening to management consultants.
Yeah, it
now.
is, and they're all dressed like that.
Yeah,
They're all,
yeah, that's the vibe they want. It's about like the establishment of the culture
yeah.
in the team, the winning mentality in the leadership group.
And they can't stop shadow batting for whatever they're talking about. You just got to, and it's just like fucking get off yourself. Yeah.
But yes, KP's welcomed into it. Quite a funny moment recently. Apparently, KP tried to join Sunningdale, which is like a very exclusive golf club, and he was blackballed before he even got his application in. They just put word out via a back channel. They're like, "You're not welcome."
Wow.
Strauss is a member.
Have they got
There you go.
a picture of him
On the
behind,
door,
behind
pub
the,
watch.
behind the
Yeah.
desk? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the story of Kevin Pietersen. How do you? I mean, we've kind of alluded to our views. Finn, how do you sort of? Has your opinion changed of him hearing that story?
No, I mean he's a product of his time, isn't he? I wonder how he'd fare now in this era where the tabloids they don't ruin people in the same way.
Did he get ruined by the tabloids?
No, but you know what I mean. Like it's that culture of like fame and tabloid fame, and
I kind of feel like he enjoyed that. No.
yeah, but I'm wondering if he was around now. You look at Prince Harry then and look at him now. Would we now have a really sanctimonious Kevin Pietersen?
You kind of do with the rhinos.
Right, or is that what he's into? He's into rhino conversation. Conservation, yeah. I don't know if it has changed my opinion of him, really. I always sort of, like I said at the start, one of England's greats who you're actually quite happy to see get stumped.
Yeah.
Because he's just a cunt.
Arsehole genius.
Arsehole genius.
Can't live with them, can't live without them.
It's the perfect description,
Yeah.
arsehole genius.
Yeah, I should credit Simon Barnes, the sports writer. Wrote
Right.
an amazing article, and the first line is, Kevin Pietersen is your classic arsehole genius.
Yeah.
But it is that thing, he's a cunt, but he's our cunt, but like, oh, you're still a cunt.
Yeah. Also, you're not really our cunt. But
Fuck.
then you go onto YouTube, type in Kevin Pietersen highlights, and we haven't even talked about him inventing the switch hit or any of the
Yeah.
sport he's done. Like what he does for the sport is,
There are some of the best highlights.
and also all of England's great moments since Pietersen could not exist in a world without Pietersen.
That's true.
Like Stokes' Headingley innings would not have happened. The things Stokes does are only possible because Pietersen.
Yeah, and a lot of cricketers. Have you ever watched some of those classic highlights? You know, like where Geoffrey Boycott is like, he's treating him like a club bowler.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are amazing. I think we've probably all there is to.
Yeah, I mean that's a big sesh. That's
Very talented wanker.
That's a deep dive.
That was a 5-dayer.
That was a 5-dayer. That was.
Oh,
Yeah.
Finn, thanks a lot.
What a pleasure. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Come on again for another.
I would love to. Yeah.
for another glimpse of Ian Botham's cock.
Please.
People can
please.
follow you at Finn Taylor Comedy.
Yes.
Finn versus History.
Yeah, we're going on tour in the autumn, and we're going to add another London date because that one's sold out, but there's still tickets left for Leeds, Birmingham, and Newcastle.
Lovely. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Zach.
Cheers, Jack.
And if you want some more saucy cricketing tales, we will be covering Paul Collingwood's adventures down under.
And having been told by someone who played cricket with him on my Newcastle tour date what he did, I can verify that it's pretty juicy
Yeah,
stuff.
it's worth £3.
Yeah.
Down under in every sense of the phrase. So yeah, patreon.com/upshot towers. Otherwise, thanks a lot for listening. See you soon.